And sisters, how is it all going? I am making a video in a church. I haven't made a video for absolutely ages, and I don't even know if anyone's going to join me, but I've had loads of new followers recently. So hi everyone. I've had a bit of a cold, and that's why I haven't done any live videos recently. I've been recovering, quite frankly. How's it all going? We're not falling for the scammers, are we? I mean, as if I'm going to write to people to give them a $25 reading. It's just so ridiculous. Do you know that they go through literally every single person that I follow, and they go, oh, I really feel your energy. Oh, I'm just getting this feeling that, that I need to give you a reading, all this bullshit. Don't fall for it, guys. I would never, ever, ever send anyone a direct message. It's not what I'm here for. I'm a rose, for the love of God. I'm not a bee. I'm not out buzzing around trying to get people to. I don't even do sessions with people. There's an application process. Do you know what I mean? So just don't fall for it. I just got contacted by some stupid idiot. Hello, Kate, darling, saying, oh, I really felt your energy. Ooh. The spirit guided me to give you a reading. I just said, fuck off. Pardon my French, but do you know what I mean? F off, quite frankly. Anyway, look where I am. I'm in Shoreham. Who's ever heard of Shoreham? Shoreham's a cool place. There's the ocean. There's Mama Ocean. It's a really super cool place. It's like the town along from Brighton and Hove. And so what's going on for me at the moment, as I walk over a gravestone, what is going on for me at the moment is I'm buzzing because Finn's 18 now, and I feel like I'm getting my life back. I feel like I've been in a parent sentence. Because I was a single parent for 18 years with his dad in Australia, literally no help, no support. I mean, my mum was pretty amazing, but it's not a parent. She's always doing me a favour, or do you know what I mean? I did it on my own, and now I just feel like he's 18. I've just been on a mission to protect him from the Matrix. I'm just literally that has been my driving force in my life, is to protect him from the Matrix. And I'm well, you're 18 now, bruv. You signed up for it. And I've done my best. I've done my best to protect you, but I can't protect you anymore because you're an adult and you're going to have these experiences that your soul has signed up for, and I can't protect you. And so I'm woohoo! I've been let off the hook. Anyway, it's very hot in the United Kingdom. Let us sit down and just take a moment. So yeah, that's what's going on for me. I'm buzzing. I'm just I feel like my wings have been so furled, especially with lockdown, the whole lockdown. I went overboard with protecting him because he was, he wanted to go to school. I didn't want Finn to go to school, but he really, really wanted to go to school. So I let him go to school. And then when lockdown came, he left school, and I was oh my God, that's amazing. And so he's left school now for nearly 3 years. And it was I really just went for it. The last 2 years, I was oh my God, I feel like I'm his mentor in many ways, and that the school system has given him back to me, and I've just been in full protection mode. But now I feel like my job is on some level complete, and I'm booking onto retreats, I'm going to festivals, I'm going to Goa this January, I'm planning my life. Isn't that amazing? And just even little things, just going out and just being me. It's I haven't just been me. And it's I feel that I've been sharing my cup with my son, of course. But now it's no, this is my circle. This is my cup, Mr. Finn. That's your cup. If you want to come and have a drink, you have to ask me. You're not going to just be drinking from my cup all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just this feeling of this is me and this is you, and I'm going to help you, I'm going to support you, I'm going to do everything that I can, but we're not going to be both drinking from the same cup anymore. Isn't it amazing? I can't believe it. I'm woohoo! I'm so happy because it's I had him when I was 30, I'm 48, I'm reversing the flipping aging process, and it's my life's just beginning. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I've got my life ahead of me now, and I've done this amazing job. And I'm still doing it because I'll always be his mum, of course. Like, my mum will always be my mum, and my mum is always worrying about me, and you know what I mean, like, that's just the way it is. But I feel like a completion has occurred, and I feel like our society should acknowledge that when our kids like turn 18, like, there should be some sort of acknowledgement around like, well done, didn't you do good, yay, you brought up your child to 18, like, well done. Do you know what I mean? I wish there was, but I'm sort of doing my own little celebration and just kind of like, yes Jen, society's not going to acknowledge you, but I'm acknowledging you, I'm acknowledging me. And yeah, and hopefully everything's going to be all right. And yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what's been going on for me. I feel like I've been having like a transition. I got a bit of a cold a couple of weeks ago, about 10 days ago, and I've been my body's been dealing with that. Haven't done any, this is the first video I've done in weeks. And I'm at a church. Look guys, I'm at a church. It's not actually a church. This is like an old generator. It's like a generator. Oh my god, someone's looking at me, fucking hell. Right, yay, best feeling, I know what you mean. Oh, that's amazing, Elena. Do you have that feeling as well? It's just like, oh my god, I'm back to me. It's just me again, you know. Well, it's not. I look like I've got dogs and I've got Finn, but I don't feel my energy's being siphoned. I feel like, yeah, I've had a shift. So it's all good. It's all good. And as we know, huge energies are building up for the Magdalene transmission. I've had so many people book on, and guess what, everyone? I've decided I'm not going to do it on a Facebook or YouTube. I'm actually going to do it on Zoom. So we're all going to get a chance to see each other. I'm going to get a chance to see you, connect with you. Like, we can ask questions, we can be with each other. It's going to be such an amazingly powerful ceremony. So that takes place at 7:07 on the 22nd of July. We're going to be really doing some profound work with the Magdalene flame. And hello Ruby darling, and just assisting everyone to stabilize that flame. So what happens is that when we incarnate, our Christic flame is burning brightly, but the matrix and all the programming of school, society, our parents, activates a diminishing of that flame. And so children are very amazing spiritually, but then as they get older and they sort of like lock into the programming, the flame becomes diminished, and what's left is a spark. And there's always a spark in everyone, otherwise we'd be dead. But while there's a spark, it means that there's the option for that flame to take a light. Do you know what I mean? And so the work that we're going to be doing is really deeply reigniting that flame that for many of us has just, like, you know, resorted to being a spark because of the brutality of the matrix. And so we're going to be activating a recorrection and a stabilisation of the Magdalene flame that burns within all men and all women. It's going to be amazing. We're also going to be doing very important work with regards to the trails. Now, we have the power via our consciousness to transform alchemically what is being poured from our skies. And I'm going to tell you all a little story that makes me have complete faith in that. So I think it was Ram Dass went to the Himalayas like in the 70s or the 60s, and he had a bottle of liquid acid, and he brought the bottle of acid to Maharaji, his guru. And he sat at his feet, and he's like, Guru Maharaji, I bought you a bottle of liquid acid. It's really strong. You can only take one drop. Do you want some? Maharaji was like, give me the bottle. He took the bottle and he just poured the whole bottle down his throat. And he just didn't feel anything, because our consciousness is the powerful trump force in the universe. So we have the power and we have the technology to alchemize all frequencies, and what's pouring out of the skies is just simply a frequency, brothers and sisters. So through the power of our consciousness, we can affect it, we can alchemize what is being sprayed, and we can actually turn it into something that is really, really good, and we can set that timeline of resolution for all this nonsense that is happening, like with our skies. Very, very important that we always remember how powerful we are, and this is why there's all this such a huge agenda. Hello Laura darling. There's this huge agenda to keep everyone distracted all the time, because if you really, really focus on how powerful you are, you will get shit done. Like I get shit done, like major shit done, because I remember. So when we actually all come together in unification of our spiritual power, then this is when we start truly anchoring the Garden of Eden, which is why we're here. Like, I'm an emissary of heaven on earth. The reason why I came back to this earth was to co-create heaven on this earth plane. That's why we're all here, you know. But we've got to do the healing work, and we've got to come together, and we've got to use these powerful portal days. Like all around the world, many people will be celebrating the energy of Mary Magdalene. There'll be a lot of distortions around this day as well, with people thinking that she's a whore. She was not a whore. Oh my god, she was like one of the holiest, probably like the holiest person that ever existed. And it was through her enlightenment that Yeshua attained enlightenment. It wasn't the other way round. She was the initiate. She was the one that is initiated into the Hieros Gamos, the inner alchemical merge, and she was initiated into full enlightenment. And it was through her enlightenment that she was able to recognize the Christ self through her perception. And this is why the pineal gland is so targeted, because it is through our perception that we anchor heaven on earth. And so through her perception, she recognized the divinity in Yeshua, and through her perception, the Christ in him was activated and born. So on this day, there's a lot of distortion still around the Magdalene energy, and we have to it's like a seesaw, isn't it? And we're us ground crew are going on one side of the seesaw to say no, none of this bullshit. Like, she was the enlightened one, she was the guru, she was the spiritual master, and it was through her perception that the Christ self in him was born. Now this is the way God intended it to be. That's why in ancient Egypt the men had long hair. They had long hair to symbolize the fact that they had sort of like activated their feminine energy, because there was a deep understanding of this, somewhat of the superiority of the feminine consciousness, and that's not in an I'm better way, it's just in the way it is. It's like there's XX and there's XY, so that feminine mother lineage exists within all men and all women, and so the divine feminine is the seed of creation. Anyway, so it's all just been distorted, everything's been inverted on this plane, and our job is to recorrect the inversion and recorrect the distortions for all the future generations to come, and to make sure that we anchor heaven on earth. So I hope that you all come to the Magdalene transmission, come and be in my vibration, be in my presence. We're going to be having this incredible conversation. I am working with the law of assumption at a very, very, very deep level, and the codes that I am activating in my own consciousness, I want to share with you all. I want you all to really deeply up level now, and become one with your higher self, and truly remember who you are and how powerful you are. Like, this is not random. You have the power to anchor any timeline that you desire, like literally anything. You could say, right Jen, I want to manifest a factory that's just got blooming red shoes, and I want the red shoes, or magenta colour shoes, and I want those shoes to I want to give shoes to all the poor children in the orphanages in India. Like, you could do that, like something so random. You can do that. You can do anything. There is nothing, guys, there is nothing that we cannot manifest. If you want to manifest a specific person, there is nothing that is stopping you. Like, you are all powerful. I am all powerful. My consciousness is all powerful, but it all lies in the fact that I don't have any doubts. Every time I have a doubt, every time I give energy to a doubt, I then collapse that timeline. And that's okay, because we're all somewhat apprentices on this manifestation mastery path, but it's very, very important that we understand how powerful we are. I remember how powerful I am, and my job is to be a mirror to remind you of how powerful you are. Yeah, I am that I am. So we've got this, brothers and sisters. Go forward now in your day. Just like manifest anything you want. Manifest a parking spot. Manifest £1 million. Manifest a high ticket paying client. Manifest relationship with your twin flame. Manifest your dream job. Manifest selling out your retreat within 24 hours. Manifest anything. There is absolutely nothing that we cannot manifest, because we are that already. I am that I am. I need a miracle soon, Jen. I need an extraction of my current reality. Please include me in your prayers. Okay. All right, Laura, darling. Okay, well, if you need an extraction from your current situation, Laura, you are the master of your destiny. There's no other power other than you. Like, there's no saviour, guys. I wish there was a saviour. Well, I don't, but sometimes it would make life easier. But there just isn't. Like, you are it. I am the saviour for myself. I am the only one that can maintain that consistency when I'm manifesting. I'm the only one that can be vigilant around those doubts. Think about it like this. Most of our desires that we want to manifest, everything that we want to manifest, it's a bit like a beautiful rose. It's beautiful rose, and God's like, oh, you can manifest anything. You're my child, you're my offspring, you can manifest anything. You are as magical as me. Go forward and manifest. And so God places these desires in our hearts, and then once we realize the desires, and then the desires start growing, the rose in the garden of our heart begins to grow. Okay, but then what happens is we have all the matrix programming. Oh, that will never happen to you. Good things don't happen to you. Only good things happen to other people. And then these are like weeds, and these weeds then block the rose. And so our job as master manifestors, we have to pull out the weeds, brothers and sisters. That's what we need to do. We need to identify weeds. Oh, that is a thought that's running in my consciousness that is sort of like counterproductive to my manifestation. I need to name it, I need to recognize it, and I need to release it, either through writing it out and burning it, or through and that's the best way to do it. Write it out and burn it, or repeating the antidote affirmation. Like, for example, if you're like, oh, only good things happen to other people, they don't happen to me, then you can have an antidote affirmation. Good things always happen to me. I am a magnet to amazing things happening in my life. Good things always happen for me. I am such a magnet to amazing things happening in my life. This is what we do, brothers and sisters. Like, you are so powerful, I am so powerful, and together we are building and co-creating heaven on earth. And so the co-creation of heaven on earth is 100% dependent on you remembering who you truly are, and you remembering where you came from, where you originate from, who are your parents, who are your eternal parents. Let that be your little Zen koan today. Who are my original parents? And then you'll realise that your parent is God, and therefore you are a direct fractal, you are a direct offspring of God, and therefore all the power that God has, you have that power. Laura says, what if we're living with people that slow down our progress? Well, unless it's your children, which you can't really get away from, if you're living with people that are hindering your progress, then you do not have adequate boundaries that are protecting you, and that's on you. That's not on anyone else. Now, obviously, it's different with our children, because we're bonded to our children in a way that we've signed up to really protect them, and so, you know, sometimes it's difficult. If it is your children, I've got other tools that I can share with you, such as you can speak to their higher self. You can explain to them that this dynamic really isn't working, and just speak from your heart. That really works. But you have to, if you're in a toxic situation, there is not going to be any rescuing. The only energy that's going to rescue you is the fact that you've had enough, and you're going to take yourself out of that situation. Okay, Laura, darling, you've got this. You're part of this amazing community. You've got this. So let's all come together for the Magdalene transmission. It's going to be on the 22nd. Let's all share this video with the little arrows. I'm going to upload this onto Facebook and to YouTube, and all my groups on WhatsApp, what have you. But I think that's it, guys. Thank you all for being part of this live. It's been really great. I'm reading Neville. I love Neville. You should all read Neville, and you should all read my books as well. Read my book, Manifestation Mastery. It's amazing. I read it in like an hour. It's a really short book. Like, you can just literally read it and get blasted with the light codes in about an hour, and it's very powerful. Remind people we have to be, oh yes, everyone Everyone's got to bring 3 newbies to the transmission. That's it. Please bring 3 new people. Thank you, Rania, darling. I'm going to put a big message up on Facebook to let everyone know about that. Yeah, everyone's going to invite 3 new people to the transmissions, because the transmissions are like going to the spiritual gym. I am a heavyweight spiritual coach, and I'm training you to become a heavyweight, not a lightweight, not a medium weight. I'm training you to become a heavyweight, because I'm a heavyweight. I can only train you to become a heavyweight. So the transmissions are an opportunity for you to come to the spiritual gym, to work your spiritual muscles, for you to become one with your higher self. It's next level. These transmissions should be about £1,000 each. Do you know what I mean? For the amount of work and the amount of transformation that people experience, this is just basically, it's just nothing. So please bring 3 people. Thank you for reminding me, Rania. And I think that was it. So, Ascension Acceleration Club is going to be starting in September when the kids go back to school, and I'm sort of looking at it like an Ascension school, and I'm going to be like the teacher, the Ascension teacher, and we're all going to go to Ascension school to make sure that we ascend. Do you know what I mean, guys? We've got to like make sure that we ascend. Yeah, it should be £1,400. It should be, really. But anyway, money doesn't motivate me. The only thing that motivates me is service to God. I'm happiest living in the Himalayas, eating rice and dal, and just meditating, being with the mountains. I don't need money. I need about £100 a month. That's my bliss. All this wealth accumulation that I've done, it's all for Finn, to be honest with you. My son's a bit materialistic, so I like to provide him with beautiful things, but I'm not. I'm happiest living in a van, living in the mountains. I love that. Ascension School. Yes, sister. Woohoo! All right, guys, this is it. So, blessings from Shoreham. I'm gonna get up now. I'm at a church. I love churches. I love a bit of holiness, don't I, guys? Here we go. Look, some nice church. No, I'm going to do a little accent now, because I haven't done an accent for a very long time. Oh, I'm doing an Irish accent. That's absolutely great. Now we're in a church now, guys. Can you see this church? Yes, I'm going walking around. Hope I don't see anyone. I hope they don't think I'm an absolute nutcase speaking to the camera like this. My accent's going totally dodgy now. It's like American, Liverpool. Do you know what I mean, guys? Do you know what I mean? We're in Shoreham. What kind of accent is this? It's like gone Scottish now. Oh my god, I can't speak. Anyway, guys, right, this is it. I'm going to the entrance. Should we see if we can go in there? The church. Oh my god. You lot are coming in the church for me. Ooh, St. Mary's. St. Mary's. It's a church. Do you want to see the ceiling? Look at that, guys. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I know it. I mean, what more do you ask? What more do you want in life? I'm in a flippin' church. Mary Magdalene. It's a Mary Magdalene feast day. Anything holy? Oh gosh. Oh my god, where am I going? I don't want to get in trouble. How about that? It's a church, it's a wee church. See, this is me, guys. I'm living my best life now. I don't really have dependents on me anymore. I'm just like freestyling it. I'm just having a little leisurely day, walking around with no commitments, no responsibilities. It's absolutely great. This is cool. It's cool, isn't it, Laura? Oh, church bells are ringing. There we go. That's a sign for everyone to come to the Magdalene transmission. Everyone watching this, please come to the Magdalene transmission. Agent Jen. Okay, guys, I'm going to wrap it up right around here. So I love you all, and thank you all for being on this live. This is the best live I've ever done in all my life. There it is. You're so beautiful, guys. Love you all.